Hello guys, and welcome to kfouplus channel. In this channel, we are providing information about the process on how to apply for the new Biden administration immigration program, which includes the countries Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, and Ukraine, to support a family member or friend to come to the United States. This is an amazing opportunity to help out a loved one. Please share, like, and subscribe this video to a family or friend in order to spread the great news. And in this video, I'm very happy to show you guys how to file for the I-134A form in order to bring your loved ones to the United States. Let's just dive in. To find the application for the I-134 for the process for Cubans, Haitian, and Nicaraguans, first step is you should go on Google or any search engine. It could be Ask, it could be Yahoo, any search engine that you use. Just type in USCIS, which stands for United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Once you find the link, you click on the link and it will pop up to this main screen. This is the main screen of the USCIS website. So now the hottest document and application of the hour is this application for the Cubans, Nicaraguans, Haitians, and Venezuelans, all right? So you are going to click on Learn More. But before we click on Learn More, if you happen to speak Spanish, because majority of these countries do speak Spanish, you can change the whole website into Spanish. So you click on here, all right? And now the whole website is in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, just know that you are able to change the whole website into Spanish. All right. So that is how you do that. Now we're going to click on Learn More to start the process to learn about the program. All right. So we're clicking on Learn More. So we see right here, this is going to be the base of where we're going to learn all our information in order to file the Form I-134A. So this is the specific link that we click on to start the process. But before we click on this link to start the process, we want to see the steps we are going to have to take throughout the whole journey of this program. All right, so I'm going to click on the bottom arrow. So the first process. The beneficiaries cannot directly apply for these processes. A supporter in the United States must first complete the file Form 134A in behalf of the beneficiary. So this is really trying to tell us the beneficiary, meaning the person that lives in the other countries, either Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, or Ukraine. They're not the one that's going to be applying for the first part of this process. It's going to be the supporter, the person that's in the United States, the person that is going to financially support this person in order for them to enter the United States. All right. And they also really wanted to mention that once the beneficiary receives their travel authorization, it's on the beneficiary to provide the flying arrangements. So meaning they're the ones who's going to be doing their ticket, flying. It's not up to USCIS to pay for the airline ticket. It's up to the beneficiary or whoever is providing financial support for them. So they are the ones who is going to be paying for their airline ticket. So as we continue to these steps, you can still read this in full detail, but these are the main points from these first two paragraphs. So now we're going to head into step 1, the financial support. So it states a U.S.-based supporter will submit a Form 134A online request. And this is where the specific link that we had seen above right here. This is the link where we're going to, as a supporter, where we are going to submit the online application, and we're going to go through the whole thing. All right. So to continue, it's stating that we're going to fill us as the supporter of the beneficiary is going to fill the form of I-134A. All right. To continue, the USCIS will then vet the supporter to ensure that they are able to financially support the individual they are agreeing to support and to protect against exploitation and abuse. USCIS is in our discretion must vet and confirm supporter before they move forward in the process. So they're just trying to pre-warn us about everything. All right. To continue, step 2. So submit the biographic information. This is going to be on the beneficiary. Once the I-134A has been finished submit, that's when we get to step 2, where the USCIS is going to confirm the supporter. The listed beneficiary will receive an email. So the person that's in the other country will receive an email from USCIS, which tells them instructions on how to create the USCIS online account, other next steps. So the beneficiary is going to confirm their biographic information in the USCIS website. So they're going to create their account. They're going to confirm specific biographic information, okay? And then they're going to attest to meeting the eligibility requirements. Another specific requirement that we have to know is the beneficiary is going to be required some public health requirements. For example, some certain vaccination. So we can say one could be the COVID vaccine or other ones to be specific. They will inform us all the vaccination that will be required of the beneficiary. Step 3, you're going to submit the request in the CBP1 mobile application. So after confirming the biographic information in their online account and completing their required eligibility attestations, the beneficiary will receive instruction through USCIS, My USCIS, on how to access the CBP1 mobile application. So this is really up to the beneficiary. This part is for the beneficiary. They're going to be able to go into their My USCIS website, and then they're going to be able to access the CBP1 mobile online application, and where they're going to enter all their information and provide a photo for USCIS. So to continue, step 4, the advanced travel authorization to the United States. So after completing step 3, the beneficiary will receive a notice in their online account confirming whether the CBP will, in its discretion, provide them with advanced authorization to travel to the United States to seek a discretionary grant of parole on a case-by-case basis. If approved, this authorization is valid for 90 days. Beneficiaries are responsible for securing their own travel. As they were stating before in step 1, the beneficiary is the one that's going to be making their plane tickets. They're paying for their plane tickets, not USCIS. It's going to be on the beneficiary or whoever is able to fund them for their airline ticket. All right. So parole is a discretionary determination made by CBP at port of entry. Let me hold on and say, don't forget to subscribe, because we are putting our time in this and we want you guys to receive the most accurate and well-known information from the USCIS website. Also remember to share to a friend, all right? Subscribe, like, link, share, all the above, all right, you guys? Okay, to continue, step 5, seeking parole at the port of entry. When a beneficiary arrives at the port of entry, CBP will inspect them and consider them for a grant of discretionary parole on case-by-case basis. All right. As part of the inspection, beneficiaries will undergo additional screening and vetting to include additional fingerprint biometric vetting consistent with the CBP. So this process is going to happen all at the port of entry when they get into the immigration area. But one thing they want you guys to know is that the ICE, so the Immigration, Custom and Enforcement, is going to just make sure everything's okay. Everything is safe. There's no threat to their country, so that the beneficiary is all okay and ready to go to come inside to the United States safely. So this is what this is talking about. And lastly, step 6 is the individuals granted parole under these processes generally will be paroled in the United States for a period of up to 2 years, you guys. You hear this? 2 years. This is amazing, all right? For someone that wants the opportunity to come to the United States and work and provide for their loved ones, this is just awesome, all right? So they're subject to applicable health and vetting requirements and will be eligible to apply for employment authorization under existing regulation. So basically, it's stating that once they're in the United States, they're going to be able to apply to work, to have employment, all right? And individuals granted parole may request work authorization from USCIS by filing Form I-765. And we are going to have a future video that is going to help you guys be able to apply for this employment authorization, either online or via mail. So we will go through with this. We'll be on this to help you guys fill out this form. make sure you subscribe so you won't miss any video that we drop, all right? Any video that is coming on kfouplus website, kfouplus channel, all right? So make sure to subscribe so you're able to see. And if there's anything specifically that you want us to make a video on, let us know, all right? Drop down in the comments. Let us know if there's anything in specific that you want us to talk about or want us to go through step by step on how to apply for this specific application. It can either be a resident card, TPS, anything. We are willing to do anything that you guys would want us to do videos on. So just comment below, subscribe, like, and share, all right? So to continue, we're going to go to the form I-134A, the online request. So this is the link where we're going to start with the application. All right, so now we're going to click on the I-134A online request to be a supporter and declaration of financial support. So this is the link where we are going to start to apply for this program. The form I-134, this is where the supporter is going to insert all the information that's needed of the supporter and the beneficiary. All right, so we're going to click on it. So we see it again, I-134 application, and this you can take this time to read it on your own, pause to read. So now we're just going to click on File Online right here. Okay, so this is basically repeated information, listing out the countries, who's qualified to apply for this. Before you start, you're going to know your eligibility, for example, who's able to apply, the fee. Luckily, there's no filing fee, and this is a blessing because usually these USCIS forms are pretty hefty in pricing. So this is awesome that there's no filing fee. So yes, so documents you may need. This is really important to know as you're getting started with this application, to know the documents that you may need. So make sure that the supporter has their bank statement, meaning the date the account opened, total amount deposited for the past year, and present balance. We're going to go through this whole process where in the application where they're going to tell us specific things that we need. But just heads up, you need your bank statement. You need to physically go to your bank and get a bank statement about all these things. All these things have to be presented on this form. You're going to upload everything, all right? And you're also going to need a statement from your employer or about where you work, the dates you work, nature of employment, the salary you're getting paid or hourly you're getting paid, and the specific position you are on, if it's temporary or permanent. All right, the next thing you're going to need a physical copy of is your copy of your last U.S. federal tax return. Specifically, you're going to need your tax transcript, and you will find this in the IRS website. So just remember, it's specifically the tax transcript. All right. And lastly, you will need a list containing of serial numbers and denomination of bonds and name of records and owners. So if that pertains to you, you need to upload and provide this. So furthermore, talking about the biometric service appointment, you can take time to read that. All right. After submitting your declaration, you're able to track your case. They will tell you all these things step by step as you're going through the process of doing this application. So we're going to click on next. All right. Completing the form online. So we're doing this online, completing it and getting started. It's just explaining us how we're going to apply for this application, but we're going to do it all together. So we are okay. We don't even need to read this, but on your own, still read this if you need more information. Security reminder, and then we're going to click on start. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started with this application. So the first part comes out to this. It says, on whose behalf are you filing this form? The only option that we can click on is another individual who is the beneficiary. So the beneficiary is any individual that's from either one of these 5 countries: Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Ukraine, or Venezuela. So today we are going to choose Venezuela to be one of the countries that we're going to file for as a sample. So all my Venezuelan ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, we're going to click on next. So the next question that they ask is someone assisting you with completing this declaration? So the only 2 options they have is yes or no. So if someone was actually helping you prepare and assisting you with completing this application, you would click on this option. You would click on yes. So a preparer is anyone, as they say, who completes or help you complete all parts of your declaration using information and answers that you provide. So you click on yes. So that's someone that's actually helping you, like sitting next to you, helping you click on the options and explaining you about the application and what to choose, not what to choose, but what would you proceed in the next step. So the next question says, is an interpreter assisting you with completing this declaration? So an interpreter is anyone who translates or helps you translate all parts of your declaration using information and answers that you provide. So you click on yes for this if someone is actually translating for you in another language. But mind you, the USCIS website actually gives you an option to change the application into Spanish if you would like to choose so. I am going to attach a link of where I explain you how to physically change the language to Spanish or any other language, Haitian Creole, or any other language that the USCIS government gives you the option for, so you can see the whole website in that specific language. That video is going to be linked below. Okay? So now, since today I'm the one that's filling out this application as a sample, I'm going to click on no because I'm not having anybody help me prepare. So if you're by yourself doing this application, you're sitting on your laptop or your computer or your phone and filling out this application, you would click on no. If you clicking on no, it just gives you straight to next. So we're going to go to next. So the next question is, it's asking you, what is your current legal name? So you would give your first name. We can use another name since we're choosing a Venezuelan country. Let me give a Spanish name. All right, let's do Maria. Hello to any Marias that's watching this video right now. All right, salute to you all. Okay, and if you have a middle name, you can put it as well. So we can put Maria. Her middle name can be Elizabeth. Shout out to any Elizabeth watching this video right now. That's a beautiful name. All right, and last name, let's go with Diaz. All right, so we just filled out the question is asking for your current legal name is the name on your birth certificate unless changed after birth by a legal action such as marriage or court order. Do not provide any nicknames. So remember what part of the application you are in right now. So it is about you, the person that's applying for the beneficiary. So it's literally you. So this part is where you put your name and all your information. So this part is all about you. You are the one that's going to financially support the beneficiary, and the beneficiary is the person that's in the other 5 listed countries. Remember, Nicaragua, Haiti, Venezuela, Cuba, and Ukraine. So this is your information, your name. So the next question from this part is saying, have you used any other names since birth? Other names used may. If you did have used any other names since birth, so it says other names used may include aliases, maiden names, and nickname. So me, Maria, is Elizabeth Diaz. Before I got married, my name was Maria Elizabeth Gonzalez. Shout out to anybody who has a last name Gonzalez. All right. Let's see if I spelled that right. Gonzalez. All right. So if you had other names, so if you were married before, again, you could add another name. But since I was only married once, I would only put the one maiden name that I had before, my maiden name. Okay. So, but if I were to say no, I didn't have any names, I could click that option and nothing would come below. So since I have not used any names since birth, I'm just Maria Elizabeth Diaz. I'm just going to click on no in purpose of showing you guys how to fill out this application so we can go straight to the point. So the next question out of this part says, provide the name of the organization, group, or entity that is providing support to the beneficiary with you, if any. So if you may have an organization, a group, or an entity name that is providing support while applying for this application, you would include their name, or if it was an organization, you would include the organization, or if it was a group, you would put the group. So I'll just give an example of kfouplus, but kfouplus for my Haitians, all right? But in English would be kfouplus. I would insert that right here. So kfouplus. Just as an example, if this was an organization that was going to be a joint supporter, or if it was a group that was going to be a joint supporter for you, for the beneficiary, with you applying for this application for them. Okay, so let's press on next. So remember, this part is about you, the person applying for this application for the beneficiary, which is the beneficiary again is the person that is in the other country from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Ukraine. All right. So they want to know what your daytime phone number is. So we are going to put a random number. All right. Random number. So let's do 615-29328. All right. 9663. Okay. So if the daytime number is the same number that you use for your cell phone too, you could just go ahead and click on that, and it's going to automatically go on this next screen. Okay. So now it asks you for your email address. So we're going to put my email. So this is you as a supporter's email address. So Maria Elizabeth Diaz at gmail.com. So you're going to put your own email. So when they need to either contact you by phone or by email, they can get you. All right. They can reach you. So next question is your current mailing address, where you live, your address. Okay. In care of name, if any. So you're going to put your name. So my name is Maria Diaz, right? And now you're going to click on this cursor right here to enter your country. So you are currently living in the United States, because this part is for the supporter, okay? So you're going to click on United States, and we're going to put a random address, all right? So we're going to do 8974 Southern Lane Drive, all right? And the city let's see what we're going to put. Let's put New York. All right. Shout out to anybody born in New York. Okay. New York. Let's find the state. Okay. So we got it right here. And let's put a random zip code, 789-524. I guess I have 2 digits, but you're going to actually put your real address on this part, okay? You as a supporter, your real address. And the next question that they're asking is your mailing address the same as the physical address? So if where you get your mail, is that actually where you live? That would be yes. If not, you would say no. So if you click on yes, you can proceed to next. So we're going to edit. So if your mailing address is the same as the physical address, you would say yes. But if not, you would say no. And when you say no, it'll let you add your address. Okay. So if you actually have a different mailing address from your physical address, you would click on the no option. But since we're doing a fake sample application, I'm going to click on yes so we can go straight to the point. Now, when I click on next, it's going to proceed to ask me my date of birth. So let me put on a fake birthday, but remember, you're going to put on your real birthday, okay? So we're going to put all my May babies, anybody born in May, all right? And we'll put May 30th. Let's say I'm young again, 1998, all right? Okay, so, well, since this is a application I'm trying to, I actually have to put that birth date. So let me erase that and put May 15th, but we're still in the same month. All right. So continue. So now it's asking, what is your city or town of birth? So we'll put, I'll put New York for all my New Yorkers. What is your state or province of birth? Again, that is New York. Okay. What is your country of birth? Obviously, the United States of America, land of the free. Okay, if I can, okay, there you are, United States. Okay, so what is your sex? Straight to the point. Are you male, female, X? If you do not want to, if you have an unspecified or another gender identity. So as you can see, my voice is very feminine. I'm a female. So I clicked on that, clicking on next. Okay. So remember, you're still on the supporter part of this application. So this is me. I'm applying for the beneficiary. So this is my information that they're asking. So they're asking me, what is my current immigration status? So am I a U.S. citizen, meaning I am born here, or I could be naturalized in the United States? Or if I'm a U.S. national, a lawful permanent resident, and that's usually the person that has green card, if you know that term. Or a non-immigrant, so a non-immigrant could be TPS, or if you are an asylum, asyl is for my Haitians, all right, for my Zos, but it's called asylum in English, or other. So since I am a U.S. citizen, I'm going to choose that option. But remember, a U.S. citizen is also a person that could be born in another country, but they naturalize as an American. Okay, just remember that. So the next question is asking me, what is my A number? I actually don't know my A number, so I'm just going to say I don't know my A number. But if you do have an A number, you can, if you know it, you know it. But if you don't have one, then you don't have one. So I'm just going to choose, for purposes of this application, I do not have or know my A number. Okay, so now it's asking me, what is my social security number? So I'm going to put a random one. It's making a fake application, a sample application right now. So I'm just going to add 000. But remember, you're going to put your actual social security number because this is for the application and you're on the USCIS. This is a credible website you could trust to put your social security number on it. Okay. So the next question is, what is your USCIS online account number? So if you already previously had a USCIS account, then you would know this number. If you don't know this number, then you would just click, I don't have or know my online USCIS number. So if you wanted to, you could have clicked it, but since we have it here, it's already good. But if you have one, if you had prior relations with the USCIS and you had an account, you probably know this number. But if you didn't know it, they probably would make you reset it or retrieve it some type of way. Okay. The next question. All right. So it's going to ask you your relationship to the beneficiary. So basically, how are you related to the person that you're supporting in one of the countries of Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Ukraine, or Cuba? So they have a series of options. It could be your daughter, your employee, employer, father, former employer. So what I'm going to choose today is for my husband. My husband is back in Venezuela and I want him here with me. So I am going to apply for my husband. So I clicked on that, right? And I'm going to press next. So far, so good. Okay. Remember, we're still in the part where we're the supporter. So this part is for me, my information, okay? So now we're in this next question that says, what is your employment status? So we're going to choose employed, full-time, part-time, seasonal. It could be any of these options. So for the purposes of this application, we're going to choose employed, but to prove that we are able to financially support this individual that is the beneficiary in the other country. Next question is, what is your type of employment? So two options is, I'm currently employed as in blank, or I am currently self-employed as in. So we're employed, assuming with a specific company. So we're employed as we can say so you can say you're employed as a physical therapist. In this option, you're going to put whatever your title, your position is employed as. Name of employer, you are going to put where you specifically work. So I work at St. Andrew's Hospital. But you're going to put wherever your specific company that you work in. So now we're going to put in the employer's address. So where you currently work, that address. So obviously it's going to be in the United States, and I live in NYC. So I'm going to continue and proceed with that. Okay. So we got United States right here. And now I'm going to put out a fake address. So we're going to put 3285 North Broadway. For our Broadway lovers. Broadway Avenue. Okay. New York, New York. New York is beautiful, by the way. It is cold, I will say now, but it is the Big Apple. If you ever have a chance to visit there, go get some pizza and Chinese food because they have the best. Okay, New York. And now we're going to put a random zip code. Okay. So we're going to click on next. So now we are in the financial information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary. Okay, so the next part, this is the second part of the application, which is about the financial individual. And this is still my part because I'm the supporter of the beneficiary. So this states, provide all the information requested in the table below about yourself, all of your dependents, and any other individuals you financially support. Do not include any individual listed in the beneficiary financial information. So don't put any information about the person you're supporting. Information about assets that are not based on employment should be added in assets of individuals agreeing to financially support the beneficiary section below. So this part is basically wanting you to insert information about yourself and your finances, and if you have any other person living in your home that is can financially support or has a specific income. For purposes of this application, it's just me and my daughter that lives in the house, and she's 5. So it's just me. So if you were to have an extra person that has income, you would add an entry and list out all their information. But since we don't have it, it's just me and my income, we're just gonna put it as that. So what is your total? What is the total number of dependents? So it's just me and my daughter. So 1 dependent. So I will click on 1. And then what is my total income? I'm going to put 25,000. All right. All right. Change my mind. I'm going to put 30,000. All right. Okay. Then we're going to click on next. Okay. So remember, this is all fake information, okay? I'm not putting real stuff, so this is not accurate information. But when you're going to put in your specific information, it's going to be real because you're the one that's going to be filing, okay? So remember, this is still our part, all right? We're the supporter of the person that lives in the specific listed 5 countries, as I have stated numerous times before, okay? So we're in the next part. The next question is, does any of the income listed come from an illegal activity or source such as proceeds from illegal gambling or illegal drug sales? No. Okay. I would hope that everybody clicks on no. Okay. Does any of the income listed above come from means tested public benefits or defined in 8 CFR 213A.1? No. I work for my money, so it's my money. So we're going to click on no, okay? But if you do, you click on yes. But for the purposes of this application, I'm clicking on no.